What's going on, everybody? Payneblade back here again with another showcase. I think this is my first one, guys, since I've been back, and we're covering none other than Ashy Larry himself, aka the one who doesn't bring lotion and puts it on his face, aka the one everyone's been waiting for. That is none other than Madara. Alright, I want to first off thank my boy Karingan for letting me use his account in order to do the showcase, because you guys, if you guys watch the video of he, myself, and AJ for Days summoning, I was the unlucky bastard who did not pull him. But again, we're not whaling anymore, so that's going to happen pretty often. So guys, welcome to the showcase. I still want to cover the character because a lot of people have been waiting for this character. Madara is a huge name in the world of Naruto, especially being the strongest Uchiha, obviously, for his time, maybe ever. And as you can see here, Karingan has pulled no punches on pushing him to number 1. Got 82k. So let's talk about what we normally do and talk about some stats. All right, so he is a T character. Critical damage increase rate at 31.98%, pretty damn high for a T unit. Critical rate is pretty good at 35.8. Guard rate is super high for a T unit. And again, guys, remember, this is not going to be influenced by the training gems because T units don't have that, but they do have it from the Gamma. So the Gamma aspect of the ratios that are put into these stats are actually reflected in here, so that will make it a little higher, especially considering Karingan is probably the highest level character or player in the game. The guard suppression rate pretty good at 23. Guard reduction rate not bad at 23. I mean, he's not really meant to have high one there, those are more of a D unit thing. And then damage increase rate at 38.62% at level 5 stars is not bad. At 6 is going to skyrocket. And then of course damage reduction rate at 25.21, which as well will probably go up to the 40%, or this will go to 40, this will probably go to about 31. So overall, guys, stellar stats for a decent character. So let's talk about link bonuses. All right, so what do you need in order to max him out? Now this guy requires quite a bit of URs. All right, in order to get the attack bonus, you do need the white mask Uchiha, Madara Uchiha, the fake Toby, obviously that sits in that mask. You need Kabuto, so two URs just to get the 20% attack, and then you need Mei and Oniki to get the defense 20%, which again, another UR right there. And then lastly, you need to get Hashirama and Tsunade, so 2 Hokages to get the HP bonus. So this is a very demanding character when it comes down to actual stats. So if you're going for the rainbow frame, guys, you're going to want to have to complete this. You want to have all of the characters available to you, or else you probably won't have a chance in order to get someone like Madara in your repertoire as a frame. Alright, so that takes care of that. And let's talk about the tribe special. Now this is probably my favorite 2-man tribe. I talked about this when I did the actual summon video, but it does an AoE, deals 30% extra damage when attacking first, so if you're faster than your opponent. Lowers all enemies' attack chakra by 1500, which is really good. Increasing all chakra by 2500, which is also very good. And then boosts all damage increase rate by 22% for the rest of the battle, and boosting all allied damage reduction rate. So this is a very solid 2-man tribe. Like, I'm probably one of my favorite ones I've seen in a very long time. I kind of wish this was a 3-man, because then it would be a lot more viable for content. But honestly, in Abyss, this is going to be a big one. Also in NWT. So if you want to run these 2 units and those 2 pieces of content, guys, you might be better off doing so, and you'll probably pull off quite a few of those tribe specials if you can put someone who builds tribes like Blossom or Jiraiya, right? Or even Hashirama even. Alright, let's talk about his skills. Alright, so Yasaka Beads boosts own damage increase rate and then deals damage to one enemy. That's going to give him a pretty big boost in power, guys. He does do single target damage. If the target is a defense shinobi, he'll deal additional damage. So he's a T nuke to D units, specifically killing out tanks. Lowers all enemies' damage reduction rate by 17.16%, making them hit a lot less. And then lowers all enemies' guard rate, which is incredibly good for D units, especially, guys, because D units do have a lot of guard rate, and they do raise guard rate. Plus, they have the gem training for guard rate increase. So this is going to be a big one. And then lowers all damage reduction rate, which is obviously in tandem, hand in hand with the 2 of them. So this is actually one of the only units that does this. So his jutsu is actually really good, especially in PvP content and Abyss. He'll probably be one of the better units out there. Be crushed and be gone. Boost all allies' critical rate by 19.32% for the rest of the battle. Also really good to have, but this is something that you probably won't see very often unless you're attacking first with him, and his chakra isn't fully maxed out, and we'll talk about that shortly. HP increase is obviously large, being a T unit, and the strongest of the Uchiha. Boost damage reduction rate by 23.24% for all allies of the 3-man cell, which is going to protect your 3-man cell quite a bit, actually. Boost guard rate by 23%, also of the 3-man cell, so again, making you a lot more tanky, boosting guard damage reduction rate, and then lastly, also boost all critical suppression rate for the rest of the battle for all allies, meaning crits coming in are going to happen a lot less by 17.16%. And then adding his limit break to it when it does come out and is available, he'll boost his own damage increase rate and damage reduction rate for the rest of the battle for each passing turn. So that's going to make Madara hit even harder than he already does. Alright guys, the other cool thing is you can see here he's got 75 across the board, 70 and 75. He's just missing this one at 75. And then lastly, Vitality, this is kind of what pushes him over the edge as a really good character, is the 5k chakra. Now Mr. No Face Lotion is going to be seen in battle very shortly, so again I want to thank Karingan for allowing me to use his Ninja Arena in order to do this battle. I already did a match here, so let's take a quick look. He does fight King. King looks like the Luck of server 5, so shout out to my boy Luck, I miss you. Here is how it looks. So you can see here he's attacking third. Normally what would happen, guys, is if he was in the second rotation, Madara with Sai would have instant jutsu, which allows him to do his jutsu earlier on, obviously, but the goal here is to kind of see Madara in action in terms of his damage, right? In terms of if he can hit a D unit. So hopefully in rotation he does have Sage Mode Jiraiya in there, so let's hopefully he does attack him. You can kind of see how much power he does throw off. Now keep in mind, without his LB2 he won't be hitting quite as hard. With his LB2 you'll probably see way more damage because it would have been raised already two times. On the third time it would have been his third raise of damage increase rate, making him hit way harder. Okay, so here we go guys. Now he does have someone like Mei in there. Mei is going to boost up his damage a little bit, especially with crit damage, especially if he crits, right? So let's see what happens here. And let's see if he does pull off a crit. Hopefully he hits Jiraiya so you can kind of see the difference. So she did about 335k. Single target damage here is going to do about double that. And that wasn't even a crit, right? So I don't believe that was a crit. So you can see how much damage this man pulls off. He'd probably be hitting closer to the millions on D units in Arena, probably one-shotting most units as well too. And right there, because of his trait, the fact that he increases guard rate, guard damage reduction rate, he almost took no damage from a Kakashi, who is a stronger advantage, right, being an A unit versus a T. So you can tell Madara brings a lot to the table. He brings a lot of offensive skills as well as defensive skills. He's not like a must-have unit, but he's a very, very good unit. So keeping in mind, he will bring a lot to the table for you in PvP content, and a lot to the table for you for places like Abyss and Tower of Eternity. Where he will lack a little bit is most likely going to be places like FG, so Flashback Genealogy, and Alliance Team Battle. You probably won't be using him very much in those scenarios because there are better units out there for that. But as you can tell, stellar unit. If you have not summoned for him and you're a Madara simp, here's my recommendation for you: don't summon now, because the event is almost over to get his fragments, and you're just gonna be stuck with a 3-star. So wait till he comes out for the EF banner, that's the extra fragment banner, then pull him there. Alright guys, there is the Madara Showcase. If you guys have the character and you are enjoying him, shoot it in the comments. Again, very good for PvP content, very good for Abyss, Tower of Eternity, any marathon type contest. He's going to do amazingly well. Places like Alliance Team Battle, places like Flashback Genealogy, there are way better people out there to use over Madara. Alright guys, there you go. I hope he was worth the wait. I know a lot of people were waiting for Madara to drop. We probably will get a lot more versions of him, so don't worry if you don't get this one. Again, thank you to my boy Karingan. Appreciate you letting me use your account. This is Payne, everybody. Have a wonderful day. We'll talk soon.